Hey everybody, welcome to Raincross Farms Makery. My name is Robin, and messing with the phone. Now do I have sound?
Well, give it a second.
Let me know if I'm assuming I now have sound. Okay, so I don't need to repeat all that, do I? My name's Robin. This is Raincross Farms Makery. This is our little craft studio down in our basement. We are coming to you just outside of Lewiston, Idaho, and in charge of the computers and cameras and all of that is my husband, Bill.
I don't know if I want to take credit for all that.
We have, excuse me, I'm still getting over this cough, but I'll try not to. I had a runny nose, and so anyway, I am the hot mess. So this project, I have done something similar, but like on a flat surface. And so I'm going to be doing this on a three-dimensional surface. So we'll see how it goes. I've watched a couple of YouTubes and it didn't look that hard. So I'm going to be your guinea pig and I'm going to try it in front of you live and we'll see how it turns out. It might be one of those things I never try again. So let's see. Okay, Cherie is watching. Hello. Hello, Liana. And anybody else that's there, hop on, say hello. If you're new, let us know where you're watching from. A little bit into this, I'm going to kind of make a confession / announcement. It's something that has kind of been on my heart today. But let's get started on the craft. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a decoupage pumpkin, and we are going to use these ugly, horrifically ugly foam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I don't know what these are good for. I apologize if you love these. Hi, Christina. But anyway, these are these styrofoam. It's like glow-in-the-dark orange, only it doesn't glow in the dark, and the brightest neon green stem. Anyway, we're going to attempt to make this over into something elegant that you would want to display in your house. So I'm going to peel this tag off. And I don't know, did you know this little stem? Maybe you don't even buy these, but it is on a toothpick. So it comes out. So we're going to remove it for now. We'll put it back later. Anyway, let's see if you would pin that comment for me. Anyway, so
Did not hear you.
Would you pin the comment?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we are going to start with this horribly, tell me what you would use this for as is. I don't know, target practice or something. That's not a bad idea. Hang that out. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover it up. We're going to decoupage a bowling ball. We're going to decoupage it with this really pretty napkin. I got this from TJ Maxx a month or so ago. Anyway, if I put this napkin, if I decoupage this napkin over this right now, you would see that orange. I want that orange to go away. So I'm going to take some chalk paint and I'm going to paint a base coat over this. Sound good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart if you think I can do this. If you think I can do this, give me some hearts.
I give you lots of hearts and cares.
Give me hearts because I'm trying this and this could be a major fail. Okay, so I got my brush. I've got this. Let me get
Cheryl says, howdy, howdy, everyone.
Howdy. Hello. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, I'm just get some parchment paper so that I don't get paint all over.
Wait, is that Carrie Bogan?
Hey, hey, Carrie. Bill's old friend. Well, you're not an old friend. You're
She's
a long time friend.
From high school.
And my Facebook friend.
Now, if we can get Ken on here, we'd have old
You'd have a little old home week. Okay,
week,
so
yes.
this is just white chalk paint. Waverly, I think, comes from Walmart, at least in my neck of the woods, but just about any craft store has some brand of chalk paint. And I'm painting this up because I want that orange to go away. Okay, so what is this? Thursday night. This week is going by fast. What has everyone been up to? I know I do have some followers from Florida.
I just took the trash down to the street so they can pick it up.
Oh, that was exciting. Bill took out the trash.
You asked what we've been up to. That's what I've been
That's
doing.
that's about all we've gotten up to today. We've had a rainy day and it has been wonderful. Not hurricane rainy. No, just nice rainy day all day today, and it has been hard to not just lay on the couch and scroll through Facebook and watch Law and Order on TV. So I'm making myself get up and do this. Yes, it is a bright orange, Cheryl. Like I said, what would you do with those? Do people actually decorate with those, or is it just a given that you're going to do something with it?
Wait, you just made a huge pot of chicken and dumplings and you didn't invite me?
You're kind of a distance away.
My wife didn't make me chicken and dumplings.
Sounds good. Sounds like good rainy day weather meal. I need to make some more taco soup. That sounds good too. Okay, so I'm just putting a white coat over this horrific orange. Caution tape orange. No, I guess caution tape is yellow. But this does not have to be perfect. It is going to be covered up. But if I didn't do something to tone it down, it would be bleeding through that napkin that I'm going to put down.
Well, she invited me over she has some left over. I'm just wondering if Zeus would let me in the door.
If you brought some cupcakes, he probably would. Okay, so I'm kind of getting this smeared, so I'm going to start drying it. Then I'm going to touch up some spots. Okay, I'm using my mild dryer. This is my quick dry tool. It doesn't get, cover them up in fabric. That would be cute too. Okay, so I don't want to use something super hot. I don't want to use my embossing tool because that just gets way too hot. That would probably melt the styrofoam. So I'm just using my mild-mannered quick dry tool to dry that chalk paint. I like using chalk paint. It covers pretty well in one coat. Sometimes it takes two. Dries quickly. Now, if this was going to be the finished product, I would definitely go over it again with another coat. But that's a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange is not going to kill it, I don't think. Okay, bring the cupcakes. Yeah, he'll let you in for sure. We do have a few extra cupcakes. I don't know if any of you tuned in yesterday. We did a little 2-minute live where we sang happy birthday to our dogs. It's the day we choose to celebrate because we don't truly know their exact birthday. But we knew it was late September, early October. So we celebrate it on, September 28th. So we sang happy birthday to the pups, and they got their pup cakes. So that was fun. That was silly. Ooh, gumbo. Shrimp and okra gumbo. So bring Robin too. You don't know Robin very well, do you? She is neither a shrimp nor an okra connoisseur. But I would love to come anyway. Okay, so this, I'm going to put another little coat here. It's just kind of peeled off onto the parchment paper. So this is taking a bit of time to dry.
You think that's because it's on that plasticky kind of stuff?
Maybe so, because it's on styrofoam. Could be. So probably if I was not doing this live, I would probably let this sit for an hour. Just let it dry. But you don't want to watch me let paint dry for an hour, I don't think. I didn't bring my song and dance outfit to entertain you. Okay, let's get back to drying this. Ooh, a fried bologna sandwich. I can say I don't believe I have ever had one, but I would not be averse to trying a fried bologna sandwich.
I didn't know that about you.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I kind of have a hard time bringing myself to buy bologna because bologna reminds me of poor people food, and growing up we had a lot of bologna because I guess we were poor people. Okay, it looks like we have 8 or 9 sets of eyeballs watching us. You guys are waiting to see me fail. That's what it is. You're here to cheer me on because I said it could be a hot mess. Okay, good enough for now. Set that aside. We've got some more drying to do, but I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to prepare the napkins. I'm going to need a couple. And let me try to not put the paintbrush in my coffee. That would not be good. So these are luncheon size napkins. You can do this with any size napkin. Just the smaller it is, the more you need. Okay, so I'm probably going to need at least 2, maybe 3. But these are really nice napkins. They're probably 3-ply. So I have to take off 2 plies because I just want that very, very last layer. So here's 1 ply coming off. Sometimes that comes off pretty easily. Now, I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm going to use my trick. I'm going to use my painter's tape trick to get these layers separated. So I'm going to take some painter's tape and I'm going to put it on one side of the napkin, and then I'm going to grab this side of the napkin and then pull that apart, and that separates my layers, and I can pull that apart. So I'm going to get 2 of them ready, and we're going to cut this into strips. Now there's different schools of thought. Some people say don't cut it. You don't want a clean edge. You want it. You want to rip it because you kind of want that jagged edge. Well, there's also the school of thought that kind of changes the texture of your finished piece. So there is no right or wrong. I'm going to start by cutting, and I'll see how I like it, and maybe I'll do another one someday. And I will rip it and see what kind of difference this makes. I would think the cut strips are going to give it a smoother finished look. Not necessarily going for completely rustic with this. Okay, so here are my pretty napkins. I am going to, they kind of have a border. I'm going to cut that border off. Because that will kind of interfere when I start layering it. So I'm going to cut that border off all the way around. Did I get it all? Yep. Okay. Now the lady I watched, she trimmed her napkins with a paper cutter. I didn't think that was absolutely necessary. I'm just going to cut them with a pair of scissors. I'm using my good craft scissors. Okay. And that should be enough to go. Okay, so I'm going to cut these. What is that? About 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches strips. The latency of our Starlink is high tonight. What does that mean? We are having issues?
Yeah, well, on my phone it is.
Oh.
I'm thinking that might be it. But,
I hope you're not.
Carol says she's not having problems there, so that's good.
Okay, good.
Hello, Daw.
Hello, Daw. Hello. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. I don't recognize your name, so I'm thinking you're new. So welcome to our little crafting family. So I'm cutting some strips. I'm not sure if this will be enough. I might need to do another napkin, but I've got plenty. I have the whole package. Again, I got these napkins at TJ Maxx, which is kind of a, how do you describe TJ Maxx? It's kind of like a low-end department store, clothes, kitchenware, that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to cover up that paint. Now I'm going to use Mod Podge, and I can either use gloss or I can use matte. I'm thinking on the outside, I'm going to do the gloss, but just because I have more of it, to adhere it in the first place, I'm going to use the matte because it won't be seen. Awesome. Somebody has commented, club, interested in our club, our DIY club subscription. Oh, I didn't bring down next month's design to show you all.
Bring it down?
Do you know which one it is?
No.
It's the oak leaves.
Oh, the which one?
The oak leaves.
Oh, yeah, I can go get it.
Okay. I'll give you a heads up and show you. This is Holiday. That's, well, it's probably the link to our holiday catalog. She's probably reading the pinned comment. Good bonus points for you for reading the pinned comment.
Thank you, Betty.
However, Betty, my bot will only send one message per live. So that second keyword you put in, I'm going to have to wait until after the live, and then I'll go in and I will send you that second link that you put in and any other links that you put in. Anyway, this is September's club transfer. It says, grateful for this day. And it's got all that pretty floral, leafy foliage, acorns. And it comes with 3 paste packets. This one comes in camel, black velvet, and rust. This you can only get if you're a club member or a designer.
Okay, I'll go up and get.
And you're gonna go get the October one.
Is it coming
to show it.
like that? Do you have one like that, or is it just by itself?
No, it's just by itself. I don't have the paste packets with it. Anyway, so you can only get that if you sign up for club before the end of September, which is tomorrow night at 11:59 Mountain Time. Okay, I'm going to, it would be real easy if I just put Mod Podge all over this, but that would actually be quite the mess. So I'm just going to do little sections, and it's going to kind of wrinkle, and that's okay. We're going to be okay with that, but I'm going to try and put it down as flat as I can. So let me get started. Again, I've only seen this done. I haven't done it myself. So I'm putting a thin-ish layer. I don't want this too thick. If it's too thick, it's going to just, my napkin is just going to sop it up, and then the napkin can tear. So I'm trying to not have that happen. So I'm kind of putting a thin layer, but it's a solid layer of Mod Podge. Again, I'm using matte. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Any of them are sticky enough. So I'm just going to do this little section, and I'm going to look and see where I put that. I'm going to lay that down. Put that there. And I'm going to kind of trim that off. And then what she suggested is don't do this with your fingers. Don't push it down with your fingers, because your fingers are going to get sticky, and then you'll start ripping at the napkin. So I just have a piece of saran wrap, or you could use like a plastic baggie, and I'm just gently pushing that down. Again, it's wrinkly. That's just kind of the nature of it. And I've got a strip there. Now you could do this with ribbon, I suppose, but a ribbon is probably gonna, it's not gonna mold as well as the napkin. Anyway, here is October's. It's kind of a two-part one. It's got these beautiful oak leaves and acorns, and the phrase is "Mighty oaks from tiny acorns grow." And I'm trying to remember the colors. I think it comes with Currant Jam, which is kind of a burgundy, and Dune, which is a light brown, and I want to say Storm, which is a gray. I'm not certain of the colors it comes with though. But that is October's. So if you sign up now, you will get October's. If you want September's, you have to sign up before tomorrow night. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next little section. I'm gonna overlap a bit. I don't want to overlap too much napkin, because that will start to kind of change the color, the intensity of the colors, and we kind of want it to look a smooth, consistent color. So I'm going to put that right there so that I know it overlaps. And I'm going to get, what did I do? I've got my plastic bag, and I'm just patting that down, trying to get it in those little nooks and crannies. Okay, now I'm going to trim a little bit of that off. Overlap, put a little bit more down. I can do that. Just talking to myself. Okay, I'm working really hard to not get my hands all goopy. And I'm going to trim that off a little bit, and I'm going to trim a little corner of this off. a little corner of this. Continue, because this is, there we go. I'm just going to continue. I'm sorry. We're having internet issues.
That was not our internet.
That was not our internet? Was that Facebook?
It had to be because our internet was solid all through that.
Okay. So anyway, I don't stop talking because I think it still continues to record. And so people who are watching on YouTube, some of you are watching this on YouTube. Welcome, those of you. So
way, we appreciate your subscribe, and make sure you hit the little like button.
Yep. If you aren't already, you can certainly subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers so that we can do lives on YouTube also at the same time. We're not going to leave Facebook, but okay, I'm going to trim that a little bit.
Actually, if we can get up enough, we'll just go to live and do both.
Yep, we can do both at the same time. And Bill can get his fancy camera back. And okay.
Well,
okay, so see what we're doing. You see it so far? Isn't that pretty? It's got wrinkles. That's okay. It's okay. Alana's on?
Yeah.
Yay, Alana. I can't hear your sound.
That was in the middle of the
Oh, okay. Can you hear us now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, so what I'm doing is I took one of these super ugly Dollar Tree styrofoam pumpkins, and I am attempting to decoupage it with my fancy, pretty autumny napkins that I have taken all of the layers off except the very top one. And we're just Mod Podging them down, and I'm going to trim a little bit of that out of there. Takes a lot less up top, and I'm going to lay it down with some saran wrap so I don't get it all over my fingers. And if I have some pieces sticking out, that's okay, because I'm still going to do another layer of Mod Podge over the top when I'm all done. Maybe not while the live is going, but I might come back to it. What do you think so far? This is really helping to not tear up the napkin. Although it is starting to get a little gunky, so I'm going to switch out to a new piece. Just a little bit of plastic wrap, or you could use a plastic bag. And back to Mod Podging. Oops. Okay, now when my fingers get a little sticky, they start pulling on that napkin. So you kind of want to, I think after this strip, I'm going to clean off my hands. Next strip. So I'm just kind of slightly overlapping it to the last one. And going all the way up to the top. And when it overlaps too much, I'm going to trim it off. I don't want too much bulk. And I'm going to trim that a little bit. I think I'm at least halfway.
Diane Booth says hello.
Hello, Diane. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for experimenting with me. Okay, so my fingers are a little sticky, so they're starting to grab at the napkin, which I don't want, and that just completely pulled that napkin up, but that's okay. I'm going to put more on the bottom. So I'm going to take a break for a second and clean off my fingers. Okay, so I had mentioned that I was going to make a confession / announcement. So here it is. I'm just going to be honest with you all. It's almost the end of the month, and I am like $200 away from meeting my sales goal. That is not your problem, but part of me wants to let's do chalk stuff and let's get people to buy things so that I can meet that goal. And I just wanted to do this craft, which isn't chalk tonight. So I decided the sales are going to take care of itself. I need people following me, and that means I need people who are interested in what I'm doing. And that might not always be a chalk project. So I'm not doing a chalk project tonight, and I'm just going to let the sales take care of themselves. And if I get it, great. It was meant to be. And if not, well, then the Lord knew I needed to have some different goals this month. So I'm not going to be doing any chalk projects tonight, but I am going to tell you about our sale because it's a great sale and I want you to know about it. No pressure, but I want you to know about it. So I'm going to take a minute and just tell you about our buy one, get one sale. It's a flash sale. It ends tomorrow night, September 30th at 11:59 Mountain Time. That's where headquarters is in Mountain Time. And we are having some of our more popular cutouts, wooden cutouts, are buy one, get one free. So it's an awesome deal. And I'm going to keep doing this, but in a minute I'm going to show you some of the cutouts that are on sale. You ordered today? Of course, it always helps me. It always helps me, but I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. So that's why I chose this. I had this craft on my heart and mind for some reason. So maybe somebody out there needs to see it and doesn't need to have chalk shoved at them. So that's what we're doing tonight. So I hope that is something that you understand and hopefully something you appreciate. And please know that I appreciate all of you, whether you buy anything from my chalk shop or not. If you just come on and say hello and make a comment or two, I am so happy to have you. Okay, let me keep going. Couple more strips. I'm never pushy. Oh, thank you. I don't like being pushed myself, so I try to be careful with that, but I do love the product. I do love the chalk couture products. I think they're awesome. So I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty selling them. But sometimes you need a break and sometimes I need a break. And honestly, I'd rather be known as a crafter than as a chalk couture salesperson. So we are pretty much just crafting tonight. But I am going to show you the pushovers, the cutouts. Where did I get pushover? Somebody said pushy. Okay. Put that down, use my saran wrap, and trim that up a bit. Again, there are a few little wrinkles, that's okay. It's going to be covered in a layer of Mod Podge at the end. I do too. My credit cards, my credit card, not so much. Oh, I know that feeling. I do the same thing. We are getting notice of our leadership conference coming up in January, and I understand they are taking reservations for that in next month. Hi, Patty. So I do want to make sure that I hit the right rank so that I am able to attend that. But again, that's my responsibility, not yours, but I certainly appreciate it when you help. Okay, so Patty, you just joined us. I took one of these super ugly, I hope I don't offend anybody. There's somebody that's just going to say, oh, I love those pumpkins. I've got these super ugly, bright orange styrofoam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And we are improving them vastly by decoupaging a napkin on. Now, I've done decoupage on a flat surface before, never on three-dimensional, so I'm just kind of trimming some of this off so it fits a little better. So this is all new for me. I'm just playing around, seeing how it goes. And this is starting to get a little sticky too, so I'm going to kind of turn it inside out. I'm just using plastic wrap so that I'm not getting my fingers all Mod Podgy. Is that a word? It is now. We just made it a word. And I'm going to trim that off.
Patty says, where is it this year?
The leadership is in San Antonio. San Antonio for...
She has her still in the bag.
Has what still in the bag? The
pumpkins.
The pumpkins?
I'm assuming.
Okay, that's going to be a tight fit, but we're gonna make it fit. Sticky again. What did I do? Well, this is something you can do. Somebody suggested you wrap them in fabric, which would be great too. But this I am wrapping in a napkin and Mod Podge. So I'm not using a ton of Mod Podge, because I just barely want it to stick. This is not my favorite method of decoupage, at least for a flat surface. I like the iron-on method, but that's not going to work on this little pumpkin here. Okay, so let's see if I can center that and get that covered. I think I did it. So I'm just trimming some of these edges so that they're not there's not a whole lot of bulk up there. And I'm going to trim that off, and I'm going to trim that off. Okay. And I'm seeing there's some spots that I'm missing. Okay, so that is mostly done. I'm going to put another layer on top. That is going to push down any of my raw edges, but this is still kind of sticky and wet. So I'm going to let this dry before I put another layer on the top. And the top and bottom are not super, super good looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do a patch to put on the bottom so that if I had a bigger piece, I would cut it round. In fact, I think I'm going to round off the edges. Just so if somebody turns it over, it looks kind of finished looking. So this is the bottom. Take some Mod Podge. There's some kind of already on there. And I'm just going to lay that down. So there, so that kind of looks finished. I don't know if you can even see that. Looks a little more finished on the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to look around and see if I have any missing spots. Now I have a little spot up here that looks like I'm missing some. So I'm just taking a little scrap and I'm just going to kind of lay it down over that. And everything else I think is covered. What do you think so far? Looks very autumny with those autumn leaves. Now we still have this horrendous looking green topper and we are going to paint this up. We're going to paint this gold. So I've got some gold paint. This is just gold acrylic paint. I've never been to San Antonio. I've been through Texas, but I've never been to San Antonio. Get a brush and I'm going to just put a little bit of, this is a metallic gold, and this is going to take a couple of coats, I think, because that green is just really, really bright. Now lots of craft stores have these styrofoam pumpkins. They come in all different sizes. They kind of are a little pricey, some of the Michael's or Joann's. Some of theirs, they're a better quality. They're ones that you might actually leave out, not like this horrendous nightmare of a...
They make them carvable too.
Yes, they make them carvable. But so if you get a good price on those, you can use this same process. This looks like a gumdrop. You can use this same process on those also, but this is $1.25. If it didn't turn out, I'm okay. Okay, so now it's a gold green little stem, and it comes on a toothpick. So I will probably end up putting a little bit of glue on it just to kind of hold it in a little better, but I am just going to stick that toothpick right back down in there. Okay, so while that's right, let me show you. I told you I was going to do a short commercial, so I'm going to do that now. This is kind of drying a little bit. We are having a buy one, get one free sale for the rest of tonight and tomorrow at 11:59 Mountain Time PM. The sale is over. It's buy one, get one free, so that means you're getting 50% off. If you're a designer, you get your 40% off on top of that. So that's amazing. But these are the cutouts that are still in stock. They sold out of the pumpkin ones. I've got some of them here. Those are sold out this while supplies last. Okay, this is our jar cutout. You can see it. Here's a finished one. We have several designs you could use on these. But this is the jar cutout, buy one, get one free. These are the autumn cutouts. So there's a maple leaf, a oak leaf, and an acorn, and I have a finished set of those so you can kind of see what they look like. Here's the maple leaf. So they're wide enough to stand up on a shelf sitter. Here is the oak leaf, and here is the acorn. Okay, so those are the autumn cutouts. This is the house cutouts. So this is a 3-pack of house cutouts, and I have a set done. This is kind of our, whoops. This is our sorry. This is our year-round design for this, but you get 3 pieces. You get this little house with the little chimney. It comes with the little wooden things for doors and windows. So double-sided. And then there's this medium-sized house. This has a beveled edge, but there's that. 2-sided. And then there's the little itty-bitty house. So these are the house cutouts. Buy 1 set, get 1 set free. Awesome deal. I couldn't find my sample. It's away in the Christmas boxes, but these are our tree cutouts. So in here, there are 2 long, skinny triangles. And then there's a little star cutout that sticks in, there's a slot in the top there. So tree cutouts, buy 1 set, get 1 set free. Our snowflakes, you get 2 of them here. Beautiful design. Buy 1, get 1 free. Buy 1 set, get 1 free. We have designs for we have transfers for these, but you don't have to. You can just paint them up anyway. You can use decoupage on these. They'd be awesome. And then lastly, our star cutouts. Here's a set of 3 stars. Great for Christmas coming up. So buy 1, get 1 free. So that's my sale. That's my sales pitch. If you're interested in that sale, comment cutouts, and I will send you the link to that sale, which is, again, only good for today and tomorrow. And so that's the price of admission, listening to my little commercial. Because again, like I mentioned before, I chose not to do a chalking project tonight. I just wanted to do this little craft. So, but I felt like I wanted to show you the sale stuff. And we're crossing our fingers that I get $200 in sales before tomorrow night. It's possible. Okay, I have dropped this thing some more times, and one of these times I'm going to turn it on and it's not going to go on. But it's kind of like, what is it, a Timex watch? Takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
Oh, you're showing your age now.
You really turned crappy into fabulous. That's my new theme. Turn crappy into fabulous. And again, somebody must love those pumpkins, because they keep coming out with them every year, and they just get uglier and uglier. Okay, I'm going to give it 1 more coat of gold. That looks pretty. I've gotten rid of all of that ugly green. Okay, don't put that in your coffee. Did you see my post about coffee? Today is National Coffee Day. So I hope you enjoyed your day. Hope you had a hot cuppa or an iced coffee. I've had several, and I've got a cappuccino in here, pumpkin spice cappuccino. Okay, how am I doing on time? Running out. Okay, so I'm not going to put the final coat of Mod Podge, because this is still a little wet and tacky. Not completely, but I want it to get good and dry. But I'll show you what it looks like minus that Okay. Minus that top coat that I
Do
put
say
on.
it now?
Go ahead.
That's so cute.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So from crappy to fabulous. Hey, awesome. Now this is something that I would be proud to have on display in my house. This, again, target practice. Would that work for you, Bill? Target? Put it out on the fence post and shoot it down?
In a flash. I'd take
Okay.
them all out there.
Well, for $1.25, you can load up, but I'm probably going to make another one of these. It would be fun to get a couple different sizes. Try a couple of different ones from different stores. But anyway, they also make the little teeny tiny ones too, which is easy enough to do. So again, this is not wrinkle free. There's lumps and bumps, but it's okay. It looks good. I think I'm going to try another one, and I'm going to not cut the edges, but I'm going to rip the edges and see if that makes a difference. See if that kind of hides the edges better without changing up the texture of the pumpkin. So that's our project for tonight. And thank you so much for joining me. Yes, it definitely looks much better. It didn't take much to make it look better, though, to be honest. But I really like this. You can use all different. I saw somebody do them with it was a blue and white print napkin. I don't know, is it like Delft pattern or something? And they had done pumpkins in that pattern. The sky's the limit. If you can find a napkin, you can get leopard print napkins, and you can make your own little leopard print pumpkin. So this is my baby tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. I hope I inspired you to try something, because I had never tried that. I think we avoided the hot mess, and I think it's looking pretty good. So here it is. I could maybe put some little leaves or something, but I think I'm just going to leave it. It's got its own leaves, right? So don't forget about that sale. Our wooden cutouts, they're awesome. Those 7 kinds that I showed you are buy one, get one free. So that's an awesome deal. Think of not only for decorating your own home, but think about giving them away as gifts. So this is a great time to stock up on those at a good price. So again, I'm going to pose.
Okay, say goodnight, Gracie.
And I'm going to say goodnight, Gracie. Why am I saying goodnight to Alana's cat? Good night, Gracie.
You got to show your age by saying good night, Gracie.
Good night, Libby. I know. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.